Rolls Royce is known around the world for two things in my opinion, being a famous classic British brand and for their cars. One aspect that most people tend to miss out about Rolls Royce as a brand is their dominance in the aviation industry. I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 aircraft you've boarded have been powered by a Rolls Royce engine. In this episode, we'll be exploring how Rolls Royce became the king of the skies. Welcome to NBD Reels, and thanks for joining me again for another episode. Before we get into this episode, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you do hit that subscribe button, and please make sure that notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any future uploads. Also, this episode will be available as an audio on whatever podcast platform you use. Rolls Royce was a British luxury car maker when it was first founded, and later an aero engineering manufacturing company founded by Charles Stuart Rolls and Frederick Henry Royce on the 15th of March 1906 as the result of a partnership formed back in 1904 between the two men. During World War I, Rolls-Royce began producing aero engines for the British military, and you can safely say this is when the dominance of the skies began. At the time, it was clear that the company's aero engines proved to be highly reliable, well-made, and were used in a wide variety of aircraft, including the famous Sopwith Camel fighter plane. After the First World War, Rolls-Royce returned to building luxury cars, and at the time the two owners spotted some gaps within the market, so they started expanding into the other markets such as marine and industrial power systems. In the 1920s and 1930s, the company introduced a number of new models, including the Phantom and the Wraith, which were popular among the wealthy and famous. The two cars are still in production today, and they still remain popular with the wealthy and famous. When World War II broke out, Rolls-Royce once again focused on building aero engines due to the high demand triggered by the war. During this time, the company produced the famous Merlin engine, which powered the Spitfire and the Hurricane, among other aircraft. Once the Second World War was over, Rolls-Royce resumed production of their luxury car line and also diversified further into other new emerging markets such as nuclear power and gas turbine technology. In 1998, Rolls-Royce was sold to BMW, who today owns the rights to the Rolls-Royce brand name. The company is based in Goodwood, England, and continues to produce luxury cars and aero engines. The company has been a significant player in the aerospace industry for many decades and continues to produce some of the most prestigious and technologically advanced engines. Over the years, Rolls-Royce has turned into a global leader in the design, development and the manufacture of a wide range of aero engines for both civil and military use. The company's history in aero engines dates back to the early days of powered flight, and it has been responsible for some of the most significant innovations and technological advancements in the field. In this part of the episode, we'll be taking a look at how the company became dominant in the skies. As we touched on earlier in the episode, Rolls-Royce really got its wings in the First World War. The company has gained its reputation over the years by producing some of the best aero engines the aviation industry has ever seen. Take the Merlin engine. Developed in World War II, the Merlin was one of the most important aero engines of the war and powered many famous aircraft such as the Spitfire and the Hurricane. Another honourable mention is the RB211, which was developed in the 1960s and the 1970s. The RB211 was the first 3-spool high bypass turbofan engine and was the first engine to be designed for wide-body airliners. The Trent engine. Developed in the 1990s, the Trent engine is made up of a family of high bypass turbofan engines that power a wide variety of civil and military aircraft, including the Airbus A380, which is the largest aircraft ever to be produced, and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which was a game changer in relation to the engine's fuel economy. The AE 2100. Developed in the 2000s, the AE 2100 is a turboprop engine which was designed for regional and military transport use. Our final mention would be the Pearl engine, which was developed in the 2010s. The Pearl engine is also made up of a family of turbofan engines for business jets, regional jets, and single-aisle airliners. In addition to the design, development and manufacture of aero engines we have looked at and many more, Rolls-Royce also provides a wide range of services to support its customers, such as engine maintenance, repair and overhaul services, as well as engineering and consulting services, which really means they have essentially created a monopoly in a very niche industry. But it could be easily argued that over the years, Rolls-Royce has built a reputation for quality, reliability and innovation in the aero engines industry. And one of the main reasons for this is the company's continued investment in research and development to stay at the forefront of technology. As you can expect within any industry, there are going to be companies that would want to have a piece of the pie. In this part of the episode, we'll take a look at some of the countries around the world that manufacture aero engines. The United States has a number of turbofan engine manufacturers, some of the notable ones including GE Aviation and Pratt & Whitney. France has SEMA, which is now part of the Safran Aircraft Engines, is a major aero engine manufacturer in France. Germany has MTU Aero Engines, which is a leading aero engine manufacturer based in Germany, of course. The Russian firm called United Engine Corporation, or UEC, is the leading manufacturer of aero engines in Russia. Japan has IHI Corporation, and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, also known as MHI, are the major aero engine manufacturers in Japan. China, of course, poses the biggest threat to Rolls-Royce with their firm AECC, or the Aero Engine Corporation of China, which is a major state-owned enterprise that manufactures aero engines in China. These are some of the countries that have notable aero engine manufacturing industries, but other countries like Canada, Spain and Italy also have companies working in the field. Though all of the countries that we have mentioned above are in the aero engine space, when you look at all the companies' revenues combined, Rolls-Royce leads the pack. Today it's estimated that there are thousands of aircraft flying using Rolls-Royce's engines. Even taking into consideration some of the competitors we have looked at in this episode, Rolls-Royce will continue to dominate the skies for many decades to come. But they will need to continue to invest heavily into the research and development of new engines and technology. With that said, we'll conclude the episode. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.